going on, all you sick fucking cunts with Potty Mouse? This is Potty Mouse Sports, your spot for uncensored and unfiltered sports opinions. Today we are coming with episode 18 of Zoomin with the Boys. Me and my boy Rye, we're tackling the MLB again. We're going to be going through the trade deadline, all the big moves that went down, and let's just say there was quite a bit of them, and hence the title of this episode, The Rich Get Fucking Richer, bud. Welcome to Major League Baseball. Rye, how's it going, buddy? It's been a while. How you been?
It's been since the weekend, liquor infused weekend again, but I've been good. Got a little sun, as you can see. Fuck.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, he's a working man. He's out in the sun, just boots strapped up and going on runs and fuck. Shout out Joel. He might be going on hikes with Joel soon at this rate, the way he's enjoying the outdoors.
might start waking up at 7 a.m., reading a book, and heading off to some trail nobody knows about.
I don't know if you're ever going to get to that point, Rye, but 11 o'clock today, I got the message. I was like, holy fuck. Sun's shining bright at that place today.
On the road by 11:30.
Holy fuck, bud. But yeah, a little chitter chatter before we get started. I want to thank everybody who has bought merch for Potty Mouse Sports, support the channel so far. We're going to be doing a merch drop in the next couple months, new designs, new products. So season one will not be for sale in a couple months. So if you're looking to get some season one limited merch, fucking hop on the site. Link is in the bio and cop that up quick because it's not going to be there forever. And yeah, as always, thank you for supporting. Thank you for watching. And we're going to keep bringing you fucking dope ass content, even through everyone's fucked up schedules that they have. I think we're all over the fucking place. The boys, we got all different fucking schedules, but you know what? We're here fucking today to talk about Major League Baseball. We're going to start this off on a high note. Hey, Seb, how's it going, buddy? How about them Cubbies, eh?
Yeah. They're a brand new fucking team. So
yeah, basically the Cubs pulled a sheet out of the handbook of the Pittsburgh Pirates and said, here, have all our best players.
Yeah,
we're just going to rebuild for absolutely no reason. Sounds good, bud. Chris Bryant went to the San Francisco Giants. Pretty sure he had a ding in one of his first game or second game.
First game.
One of those first game people that's just been lighting it up. Excited to be in San Francisco. Obviously a playoff team this year. They're at top of the West Division, but Dodgers made some moves as well. So they're really trying to creep up and take that div from San Francisco, but San Francisco's kind of held on to it the whole season. So we'll see if they can hold on to it for the last 2 months of the season. New York Mets needed a little depth, especially with their Jacob deGrom, their ace, who's been struggling with injury for the last, 3 weeks, month. So something like that. They caught Javier Baez. And before we get real in depth with all these trades, we're just basically going to chalk it up to all these star players got traded for prospects. These prospects we don't really know too much about. Some of them are going to really shine, and we're going to look back in the next 5 years and be like, why the fuck did they make that trade? But until then, until we know the names, we're trading stars for prospects here. And that's how it went throughout the whole league.
Double-edged sword. There's a lot of fucking teams going for it this year. I'll tell you, a lot of teams making pushes.
Yeah. All these big teams that are making all these big trades are basically putting their deck on the table for the playoffs and really just trying to put it in.
Yeah, I don't know why all these teams, like the Mets and all those teams, are making pushes, because the Padres or the Dodgers, like it's between them two this year, and it's the way it's looking.
I mean, that National League East division is up for the taking. Like, I know you said it earlier and I did. I tried to hold on to a little more hope, but those teams are good teams. I don't know what's going on with their records, dude. Like the Atlanta Braves we'll get into that in the next playoffs, but let's just say those teams should be winning a lot more than they should be. But
the Braves lost what's his name, so that's probably a huge part of their whole team. Dude with the MCL thing.
Fucking Acuna.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah.
huge loss for them. So,
And the Braves really, with the Acuna drop, tried to spruce up and in at the trade deadline, got Eddie Rosario from the Indians and got Adam Duvall from the Marlins. Outfielders, adds a little more depth. Can't really say Adam Duvall's a real big addition, but he's an addition. He's a glove out there. He can hit the ball 230, 225, whatever the fuck he's hitting this season. He can hit the long ball, but he's not a real big power hitter as well. So, but Eddie Rosario is a good pickup for sure. Definitely doesn't replace Ronald Acuna Jr., but at least somebody's out there to play rather than a prospect. We'll finish off with this Cubs bullshit. Craig Kimbrell went across town to the White Sox for Nick Madrigal. I think
Who?
with Nick Madrigal,
yeah.
who is the second baseman, was the second baseman for the White Sox. I think they were just trying to spruce up the infield, knowing that they were going to off Javier Baez from the lineup. Javier had a good solid year last year, but he hasn't really shown it too much this year. He's still a solid player, but definitely not the superstar, not playing at the superstar caliber that he has the potential to. So,
Yeah, pretty much.
and to top it off, cherry on top, the Yankees acquired Anthony Rizzo for a bunch of fucking couple prospects. Thank you, Seb. Appreciate it, bud. Anthony Rizzo's been absolutely lighting it up for the Pinstripes so far. He's fucking, I think he's hit 4 or 5 homers since he's been in New York. So thanks a lot for that, Sebby boy. And thanks for shipping all your players off to the fucking league. Good luck in the next 5 years or so, because definitely a rebuild in the agenda for the Chicago Cubs.
How long is Rizzo on the Yankees for? Like, what's the stipulation?
It's probably I think their contract just expires at the end of the year. They'll have to do something with the contract. I don't know what the Rizzo contract is. I don't know how they split it up between the teams. That could all be stipulated in the trade as well. But the reason why these teams make these trades is just to have them for the playoff push going into October. You get the last couple months to really spruce up the team and, gobble up some games before playoffs. Yankees are not too far behind the division. I'm not going to be biased and say that we're going to take the division. I think we'll be a wild card team this year. I think it's just going to be too much of a climb to try and overtake the Red Sox and the Rays, who have made solid pickups at the trade deadline as well and have played solid baseball all year. Yankees have been a bit shaky. So, couple good pickups. They got Joey Gallo as well from the Rangers for a fuck ton of prospects. So thank you to the Rangers for that as well. Adding a couple fucking power bats and Anthony Rizzo, who's a solid first baseman, which we've been lacking all year because Luke Voigt's been up and down like a girl fucking reverse cowgirl. So
My favorite.
Yeah. Should we drop the fucking hammer on them or
go ahead and do it?
The Dodgers are not fucking playing around by any means. They basically said, "Oh, we've been second in the division all year." All right, watch this. They went and got Max Scherzer and Trey Turner from the Nationals for a solid prospect in Jose Gray, but another handful of prospects that we don't really know too much about. We will see in the future. I'm sure they're solid for the pickup that they got for Max Scherzer, who's a fucking borderline Cy Young award winner every year. Not this year, but he can still fucking pitch well.
Solid.
He's still very solid. And Trey Turner is having a lights out year this year. He's played fucking amazing. Was playing amazing for the Nationals. So,
and what a robbery too, because Scherzer was supposed to go to the Padres, and the Dodgers swoop in the last second and said, "Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll take that."
Yeah, we'll take that.
Yeah, we don't mind.
Tell him Tycho has that, bud. But yeah, what do you think of the Scherzer Turner trade, bud?
What is there to think? Like, that team was already stacked. They were playing like pretty solid baseball, but like I thought the Dodgers at this point would be have done like doing better, but by no means were they playing bad. I don't even think they needed those Trey Turner or Scherzer to win the World Series. They could have done it without them, but these two just pad it. And I don't want to say lock it in because I'm still sold on the Padres winning the World Series, but this it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to make an argument saying the Dodgers don't even at least make it to the World Series.
Yep. Definitely going to be in the NLCS. I think it's going to be somehow it's going to be finagled where the Padres and the Dodgers face off in the NLCS. Like everyone would love that because the two best teams in the National League, hands down, no question about it. Yeah, like even though the Giants have that division technically, watch them lose it in the fucking playoffs just like that.
They will, though, 100%. I'm saying they're sizzling out here soon. They're still going to make playoffs, but like once they hit playoffs, like you're not going to keep up to a team like the Dodgers or the Padres. Like it's just not possible with their lineups.
Yeah. Some other teams made some deals like kind of irrelevant. I'm not going to say irrelevant, but there's a couple more additions that we need to talk about. Like, the Eduardo Escobar went to the Brewers. Another solid pickup for the infield as well. Like they had already picked up Willie Adames in, I believe, June or July, and then they just spruced it up with Eduardo, who's he's an all-star fucking infielder. So that team's trying to lock and secure their division, and I think they have accomplished that with that move especially. And even if without that move, they were on the way to that anyways. They're going to be a solid team, and they'll be interesting to see how they play in the next couple months and in the playoffs as well.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. Well, they'll make it to playoffs, but again, it's one of those teams that'll die out in the playoffs. But solid fucking team. I do actually like that team. So I don't know, good for them. Solid pitching.
Yep. And I would never count out the Brewers because you still have to go out there and play ball, but they're still not on the caliber that the Dodgers and the Padres are. And if anything has taught me about being a Yankee fan, you can have the sexiest fucking lineup possible, and you still got to go out there and win ball games. Yep. Could be bottom of the ninth, and you think you got it in the bag, and somebody hits a fucking walk off. Good night, sleep tight, and that's the end of the fucking series. So, still got to go out there and play ball. Brewers are going to be interesting to see how they finagle in the playoffs with the Padres and the Dodgers, because those are for sure. And I don't really think the National League East has anything on those three teams. So.
Yep, and the A's too. They made some moves. The A's, I think, have a legit shot at being something if they already didn't before. Josh Harrison going to the A's, batting .297 on the year.
Yep, they got Starling Marte as well from the Marlins, who had a little injury bubble, but other than that, he's been playing very solid.
Yeah, so yeah, they're relevant. They're in the talks for some things.
The Red Sox went and got Kyle Schwarber, who was pretty hot in the month of July for the Nationals. Basically cleared the net. Like the Nationals and the Cubs are in the same boat, and they just cleared their teams. The Nationals, I mean, with that NL East division kind of up for grabs, and the Nationals not really being out of the run right at this second, I don't understand why they moved all those players. But yeah, I guess they just fucking gave up at this point. And
it's not like the Red Sox looked like they even needed anything on this year. They were surprisingly lights out.
Mm-hmm.
So I can only imagine Kyle Schwarber just adds to that.
Definitely. And it makes them even more lethal in the next couple months. And fuck, I hate to say it, bud, but I think in the next month or two, we're going to be talking about the Red Sox winning the AL East. So
yeah,
hurts me to say it, but
I might move out for a month if that happens. So
yeah, I wouldn't blame you at all with all that Red Sox talk. And it's going to be funny how your roommate just all of a sudden is watching ball games again, though.
Yeah, I hasn't watched one all year, but now it'll be all over TV. Thanks, bud.
Yeah. Oh, I'm watching the Sox tonight, bud.
You want to watch the Sox on the couch?
Yeah. Well, no, I don't want to watch the Sox on the
No.
couch, actually. Thanks.
Yeah.
But no, it'll be Red Sox spruced up, dude, and get on them. I think they traded off Aldo Ramirez or some fucking pitcher, like no brainer trade. Just add another bat to that fucking already greasy lineup. So
They don't mind losing a pitcher with Chris Sale coming back this week. So
yeah,
see you Saturday, Chris.
Chrissy baby will be back.
I'll be at the doubleheader, so I'll see you Saturday, Chris.
Little plug, bud.
Yeah.
Are you going to both games? Or are you?
Well, Ty's got box, so I might. I'm just going to the one, so I might after the first game say, "Hey, Ty, you want to come down to the second level where all the scumbags sit, and you want to hang out for a bit until the second game starts, so I can just linger around." So we'll see.
I feel you on that. Not to save the best or last for anything, but San Diego Padres got Adam Frazier, who's one of the best hitters in the league this year.
That's so fucking surprising to me that he's the best hitter in the league. Because 2 years ago, we've been like, who the fuck is Adam Frazier?
With Fernando Tatis Jr. separating his shoulder, kind of being an injury plug this year, even though he's played fucking amazing when he was there, but he's been on the IL a couple times, and then he's had COVID for 2 weeks the one time, so he's missed his fair chunk of the season, but he's still playing solid. So when Fernando comes back fully ready to go, that Adam Frazier addition's just like, man, they had Cronenworth as well, who's playing second base. They have Hosmer's playing first. Like, where are they plugging Cronenworth in?
I don't understand that, because you can't take Cronenworth out because he's good for one or two. He's not a long bomb hitter, even though I'm pretty sure he has 16, 17 on the year. But the guy's good for at least one or two. He can steal. I don't know where you even plug Cronenworth in now. You can DH
or you plug Cronenworth, you keep Cronenworth at second and you move Adam Frazier to the outfield, because he's like secondary position outfielder as well, which
I like guess that has to be the move.
Yeah, that has to be the move. And you probably put him in left field, because I don't think he's going to have the big jumbo arm to play right or center, or the speed to play center. So I think he's definitely going to be in left field. Padres got greasier, man.
Yep. And talking about outfielders, how about the Yankees picking up a former Blue Jay? Anthony Davis, left field.
Oh, we picked him up.
Yep. We have no room for outfielders with Corey Dickerson just coming to the team and already flooded with outfielders. You guys picked him up. He's a great addition. I hope he does well in the Yankees. The guy's fast as fuck. So I hope he's a full-time player on the Yankees.
The only tough thing is we're playing Stanton in the field now when we want to plug Aaron Judge into DH. We also have Joey Gallo, who just joined the team.
Yeah.
I can see Davis being like a center fielder and getting rid of Gardner, depending on what pitcher is pitching, like if it's a left-hander or a right-hander, because Gardner is just basically a fucking band-aid at this point.
I'd get Gardner the fuck out of there.
Yeah. So I think that'll be the move. Put him in center, and then just greasy outfielder, left and right. I think Gallo's pretty much got the left field locked up, and then we'll play Stanton and Judge in right field and just alternate them, because they're fucking made of glass sometimes, so we don't really want to strain the right field going into August and September. So
he's just a solid addition, because you guys don't have any base stealers on your team, and not many of them, So
no, we're probably last in the league in stolen bases.
Yeah, so you now have a guy who can steal bases religiously. So
yeah. And that could also be his move too. Like, we were using Tyler Wade in a lot of pinch running situations, and I can see Davis doing that as well. So that'll be cool. before the trade deadline, the Rays got Nelson Cruz, who's basically a hit and miss. I would give Nelson Cruz a comparison to Edwin Encarnacion 2 years ago with the New York Yankees. Just basically home run or bust. And he's not like he's going to hit home run every 5, 6 at bats, 7 at bats, something like that. So
Out of the park or back to the bench.
basically, dude. So
with no wing though.
Yeah. Only a couple more big moves, dude. You want to talk about Barrios going to the fucking Blue Jays or?
It's I was so mad on that trade. I feel like we gave up too much for him, but we needed pitchers, so
I think it's a smart move.
Yeah. It was Austin Martin, right, that we gave to them.
Austin Martin and Simeon Woods Richardson.
Yeah. Okay. Don't know who the fuck that guy is, so sure, take him. But the only thing I can agree on is, yeah, Austin Martin was the second prospect in baseball. He's a shortstop though, so we have Bo. Where are you going to put him? You can't move him to second. We have Simeon. Can't take Simeon out of there.
Yeah.
Maybe third
at those two positions.
Maybe third, but that's a whole new position that I don't think he's probably willing to learn or wants to learn. So fitting him into the lineup is not good, and we need pitchers stats. So it's a good move. It stung a little bit giving up Austin Martin.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that. I think Bo looks pretty happy in Toronto. I don't really see him going anywhere, and I think a contract extension would probably be in the works in the next couple of years too. I know that they have arbitration and all that bullshit in the MLB, but I think it's safe to say if Vladdy will stay and they can continue to at least attempt to add fucking pieces and be a competitive team, then these players are actually going to stay in Toronto versus leaving.
Yep. And once off season hits, if I was Dante, I would be having Bo running ground ball drills until the season starts next year, because what a fucking fielding liability.
Yeah, big time. Yeah. I mean, if you didn't have Marcus Semien, you could move him to second base. I feel the same way about Gleyber Torres, but you can't move him to second because you have DJ LeMay, who's actually like a Gold Glove fucking second baseman, and then like can't put him at third because Gio's there, and you can't put him at first because Rizzo's there. So yeah, and we don't have anybody to play shortstop. So
it's a good problem to have, that our teams have, just having too many good guys and figuring out where to put them. So
yeah. Last huge move, I guess. I don't remember mentioning it, but Kyle Gibson, who was an all-star pitcher for the Rangers, got moved to the Phillies. Kind of irrelevant. Don't really see the Phillies doing too much. I mean, they could by all means gobble up that National League East Division news, which is completely up for grabs. But other than that, like, they're just not on my radar as a super competitive team for a playoff run big time. So
yeah, I'm good for Gibson. Was following Gibson ever since he came into the league. What a fucking stud. Like, he was playing on the Rangers, and basically the only time the Rangers would win was when Gibson was pitching.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's better to play in Philly where you actually have like a shot versus in Texas where you flat out don't.
Yeah, it's a step up in the right direction, and at least you didn't go to, like, the Diamondbacks, the Orioles, the Pirates, something dumb like that. So
a couple minor moves. If you follow baseball, you'll know what I'm talking about. The Astros got Yemi Garcia from the Marlins, which was a pretty good pickup. He is I believe, a relief pitcher from the Marlins. Young dude. He's just gonna add to that bullpen, especially when Houston's got a good grasp on the AL West right now. John Curtis, another solid pitcher from the Marlins, went to the Milwaukee Brewers. So that's another solid, like, just adds to their pitching even more, which is nuts. John Lester went to the Cardinals. Not that big news. If this was 2009, it'd be a different story, but it's not. Andrew Henney or whatever, the Hennessy. Andrew Hennessy went to the Yankees. We got rid of a guy named Jansen Junk, who's a pitcher, I would never trade Jansen Junk just because of his name.
The name. I was about to say the same thing. You can't trade a guy named that. The clubhouse vibes would be so good.
Yeah, he's throwing that junk. Junk's throwing the junk, bud. Come on, I can see the fucking posters in Yankee Stadium in the Bronx already.
And the cheers in the crowd. Give me the junk.
Yeah, exactly. Come on. I don't know why we traded him off. Watch him be a stud in 5 years, calling it now. And last but not least, the Blue Jays got Brad Hand, which I know you're not too pleased about.
Oh, the guy's played in 3 games so far, and every single fucking game just terrible. Fucking horrible. So, yeah, I'm not happy about that at all.
Yeah, those were the big moves in at the trade deadline. You want to say who do you think won the trade deadline?
The Dodgers.
Yeah, I think they won it, and then maybe second. I'm not even going to be biased. The Yankees probably got second.
I'd put the Yankees at second too. Fucking, I couldn't believe it when Rizzo. It was Gallo that went there first, right?
Yeah, Gallo went there first. I was like, okay, well, he's hit like 26 homers already. Like, I'll take it. Like, he's batting 240. He's not like a solid hitter, but I mean, we need outfielders, so sure, I'll take Joey Gallo, who's an all-star.
And at that point, he had hit a home run 6 games in a row right before he went to the Yankees.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, I thought that was your big move, though, on the Yankees. I was like, oh, that's all they got. And then all of a sudden, you get the news that Rizzo's going there. It's like, oh, for fuck's sakes, man. Like our division wasn't hard enough.
Yeah. And Rizzo, I'm going to be honest, never liked him. Watched him on
what?
Watched him on Hot Ones, bud, and he's got the personality of a fucking mop. I knew he was in the earlier episodes, so I don't know if he knew the concept of the show or anything like that, but he had literally seems like he has the personality of a fucking mop. So never really vibed with him, but knew he was a great baseball player. And obviously we're going to take that as well. Luke Voigt's been not the same Luke Voigt. So, and we're just stretching our infield rotation when we put DJ LeMahieu at first. Then we have to pull fucking Tyler Wade up to fucking play second. He's an error machine. And we already have an error machine in Gleyber Torres. So how many fucking error machines do we need in the middle of the field? Don't really think so. And no, especially the double play ball, dude. Can't have Tyler Wade trying to turn the double play because his arm is fucking garbage and he just doesn't have the reaction time to turn double play. So that's why we need DJ LeMahieu to actually play his natural position. So good that we can finally do that. I'm happy. Excited to see what we do. Hopefully, I'll be satisfied with a wild card take, obviously, but it's fucking dope to win the AL East pennant, but I don't see it happening this year. I just think we're getting hot a little too late, but obviously
AL East, there could be 4 teams coming out of that division right there alone.
Would be pretty nice.
The race the Blue Jays are in right now, I think it's Seattle fighting for that. Seattle has to start losing, or you guys, but it's more likely.
Yeah, I think we're fucked. Let me look.
You're a game ahead of us. You have 2 wins on us, but we have played 1 less.
Yeah.
So it's close.
But yeah, other than that, anything to say before we get the fuck out of here? Or?
Nope, Brad Hand needs a hand. Don't like that trade. I actually liked the back catcher that we traded for him. So that's the only trade I don't like. As for the rest of the teams, Riley Adams was just started to make his dent on the team. The Jays have catcher problems, with one of them being 200,000 pounds and the other one being a glass cannon, and the third one jerking off in his car. So we've always been struggling in that position. I think we should have kept Riley Adams around. I don't think Brad Hand was the answer, but every other team seemed to do well. Fucking the Adam Frazier thing was absolutely crazy to me. So those were my favorites.
Yeah, Max Scherzer and Trey Turner was the craziest trade for me, in my opinion. Trey really lit it up in June and July and crawled right the fuck up there. Max has been a little shaky this year, but he still has the potential. He literally just pitched for the Dodgers last night and struck out 10.
Yeah.
I think it was his Dodger debut, so.
All the potential's there. You're in a new stadium. That stadium's always electric.
Yeah, especially with Trevor Bauer and his whole.
If Trevor wait, is Trevor Bauer back yet?
No, I don't think so.
He'll be
I
back.
think that was why they got Max.
Yeah,
But
they don't know when
With
he's
Trevor
coming.
back, as like if Trevor comes back before, well, he probably will in the next month. That's just gonna be disgusting to watch.
Yeah.
But yeah, this has been episode 18 of Zoomin with the Boys. You can check it out on here on YouTube. You can check it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Link is in the bio on the YouTube video. Check out our merch, our social media accounts. We always keep up to date with that. But as always, tune into the next episode and go fuck yourselves.